this changes so fast, so quickly. I honestly thought when the Golden State Warriors, to follow their local rule that they could not have fans in their arena, I thought, okay, that's the way the NBA is going to go. And then Rudy Gobert shows up to an arena and tests positive for coronavirus. And then they got to stop another game because an official that did one of his games the night before is in New Orleans. I thought, wow, now my eyes are totally open to this thing. I wonder what you thought in Sacramento. Pardon me that they canceled that game. My eyes were totally open. I wonder what you thought.
Yeah, so I went to see my parents in Florida, and on Tuesday we were at a spring training game. And on by Thursday when I came home, there's no more sports in America. I mean, that's how quickly it changed. And, everything from watching a conference tournament game with them on one night to a game being stopped in the Big East tournament at halftime. It's just, it's mind-blowing how quickly everything changed.
And so clearly the NBA made the right decision, right? I mean, how do you think coaches and everybody else were thinking about it throughout the week? Can you walk me through whatever you knew? Or
Well, I think, first of all, I think, everybody uses the term perspective so often, but I think most coaches, most players, front office, owners, I think they do have it in the right perspective. It's how they earn a living. It's a job they like to do, but it pales in comparison to bigger societal issues like a pandemic. So the coaches I've talked to, they have no doubt that the NBA did the right thing, and they also have no doubt that this could change and go on for even longer. So I don't think they're feeling bad for themselves. I think most people in sport right now, and I think most Americans are, what can we do to help?
And that's where Kevin Love stepped in a manner that obviously we also heard Mark Cuban step in to make whole best they can all the arena workers who work on hourly wages and to make sure that they are made whole while this stoppage of play continues, Jeff.
Yeah, it's such a challenging situation. So, players have their own contractual issues that owners could invoke due to a pandemic, right? But the real people, or the people that are really hurting, are, so many of the people that have to report to work to get paid. And it's not just in the sports arena; it's in the construction area. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So, yeah, you feel for these people because they need this money. They need this check to live check to check, week to week, month to month. And, Kevin Love, very magnanimous, as was Mark Cuban. And I think more and more owners will try to do the right thing. It's to what extent, how far are they willing to go and for how long? Because while we say 30 days in the NBA right now, I think that's going to be an evaluation period. It could go on a lot longer. The season, there's no guarantees that we come back. And so for this season. So I think, I think a lot of people are going to try to do a lot of right things, but there's still so much to be figured out and so much unknown to deal with.